Okay, guys, Eddie back again. You know what that means. Hey, it's time for some more rants. This one comes from a very special, I'm gonna say, little girl in my life. She's not so little though. She's 16. This is for KG. Okay. I'll go ahead and say a little bit about that first. KG has been it's one of my friend's daughters, and she's very special in my life for the fact that, unfortunately, she didn't really have a father figure in her life until I think her stepfather came around about 2 years ago, 2.5 years, something like that. And he's a really great guy, and I love him as well. But KG's always been really close to me, and she's been going through some issues, and I'm gonna kind of discuss one of them right now. It actually really tweaks my nerves. Therefore, it's a pretty easy subject to discuss. So let's get right into it. First thing we're going to talk about bullying, and I'm kind of focusing on our younger viewers today. All right. When I was growing up, for those of you who know my last name, I was picked on growing up. I didn't let it get me down. I fought hard. I'm not gonna lie, there were times there when I was depressed because, kids are cruel. They pick on people for their last names. They pick on each other for speech impediment. They pick on each other for, just anything you can imagine. They pick on each other for glasses. Everybody says, oh, it's so sad that kid committed suicide, and then they start digging into it. Oh, well, he was an outcast, he was kind of quiet, but then they really start looking and they realize, oh my God, this kid was picked on because he had a speech impediment, or because he was quiet, or because he had this medical issue, kids are cruel. They're pushing other people into bullying to the point where they're literally killing each other. That's why bullying has become such a big issue with the courts these days, and police have started getting involved with the schools and all. In the old days, kids didn't like each other. After school, they met up, they fought. After they fought, they went and got an ice cream together, they shook hands, they went home. It was over with. But the bullying has come up to such a level where it's just ridiculous, and unfortunately, TV is what's gotten us to this. All right, I'm not even gonna touch on TV today, though. That's not my rant today. My rant is the fact that you have this kid that he's at home, his dad's a drunk, and he beats the hell out of him. And for this kid to feel better about himself, he goes to school, himself or herself. I'm sorry, I don't mean to just take one gender, because it's both, himself or herself. Even if it's just verbal abuse, just holler at the girl, she gets all upset. She goes to school, she wants to pick on another girl. She wants to make herself feel better the same way her father made her feel better, or his father made him feel better. They want to pick on somebody else to make them feel better the same way that happened. And I guess, the bullying's got to stop, okay? It doesn't matter if you're trying to be a bully because you like this guy and now this guy likes her, or you like this girl, now this girl likes him. You know what? Leave them alone. They don't like you. Don't worry about it, because all you're gonna do is make problems for yourself. All right? The bullying. I can tell you right now, I was bullied a little bit when I was, probably, I guess it stopped about the time I was 12 years old, because I hit a major growth spurt. I ended up 6 foot tall when we came back from summer vacation after I was 12 years old. And it's funny how the bullying stopped. But before that, I got bullied a lot. And I can tell you now, just about every one of them guys that bullied me before I grew, either one, we've made amends and we became friends since then, or two, they're not stupid. Some of them have found out what I've done since high school. They found out that I'm not one to mess with, and they just straight up stay away from me for the fact that I'm not putting up with it anymore. And I'm not saying result to violence. No, I'm not saying that by any means, but I'm also not gonna have somebody sit there and talk down at me either. That's just me. As most of y'all can tell, I also have a very gifted tongue. I can make somebody feel pretty dang stupid about themselves without actually touching them, And unfortunately, that is a type of bullying. However, I don't use it for that way. This is the way I use my tongue, is right here on this video, to be able to put your guys' voices out there, because it's hard for you to say it, but it's easy for me to say it, and I'm gonna say it right now. Quit bullying, all right? If you're a bully, stop, because I'm gonna tell you right now, next week, You have no idea if that guy's gonna have 3 friends, if that girl's gonna have 3 friends, if they're gonna jump on you, they're gonna hurt you. You know, next week a new law may come out that's gonna put you in jail. I mean, that's a serious thing these days. They will actually put you in jail for serious crimes. I mean, I think, if I'm not mistaken, they're turning bullying, cyberbullying, and even physical bullying into a felony now. And an actual 16, 17-year-old kid can be tried as an adult, and that'll follow you through your life for the rest of your life. You don't want that. All I can say is be careful. Be careful what you do. All right. Right now, I don't really want to bring my profession into this, but I'm at the top of my game right now. I'll say it like that. All right. In fact, this morning I talked to someone. I used to work for him. I don't work for him anymore. Because I don't work with the same company. However, it came down the line, and he actually had to answer to me now. He used to be a complete and total, just a terror. He tried to use his power to his advantage, and now guess what? He has to answer to me when it comes down to it. So remember, watch what you do, because it can always come back in a negative way. He learned it the hard way. The only difference is I'm not vindictive. I just make him do his job. I'm gonna kind of end this peacefully. That was a pretty good example of how it can really come down to bite you, and that's a true story. I'm not joking whatsoever. That is a completely true story. So remember, in the future, you never know who you got to answer to. All right? Eddie out.